If you're thinking you need a new hobby, we might have one for you. It's eco-friendly, it's very cheap, you can do it just about anywhere at any time, no matter your age or physical abilities, and you can go casual or you can be very hardcore. If anyone's ever told you to go fly a kite, you may just want to take them up on it.
Okay. It's all about imagination. Whatever you want to do. You want to pretend to go fast, you want to try to go slow, or just pretend you're something else. Kind of forget about all your problems. Concentrate on one thing. I think pretty much anybody can pick this up and do the same thing that I'm doing right now.
You can buy stunt kites that you can fly and do tricks with and spin them around, or you can just buy kites for your own little enjoyment in your backyard when you're bored.
It's so quiet and nice. You don't have to worry about anything. You just forget everything and think about the kite.
I think the attraction of kiting for a lot of folks is simply the sense of wonderment. When most people are flying the kites, they're not here. They're up there.
David, Chris, Martha, and George not only share a love of kiting, they are also residents of Pelee Island, home of Canada's one and only Kite Museum. The Kite Museum celebrates the rich history and diversity of this gentle pastime, including its links to the world of science fiction.
Kites and science fiction have always been bonded, especially since the turn of the last century. You know, you've got the Buck Rogers Strato kite down here, you've got the Flash Gordon kite, and these are very simple kites. They'd be 5 or 10 cents at the store. You'd make them, you burn them out in a day or two, and you go buy some more.
The Kite Museum also helps define the natural link between flying a kite and its connection to man flying on a kite, from an ancient leaf kite to turn-of-the-century box kites.
As you see in this photograph here from 1911, you can see their faces. Right there is the wonderment. Gee, what if? If we could, how would we? I think that really captures it, and from there you see that sheer joy. You know, just grown men going out there and doing this stuff. It's looking up and it's imagining yourself there. It's an extension of you beyond your normal life.
For many of us, normal life now includes economic troubles, environmental concerns, and a stressful dependence on technology. George and the others believe they've found a peaceful getaway in kiting.
There's a peace, there's a solitude, there's a tranquility. We need to have a balance. I think kiting is a wonderful option for that.
It's a good way just to relax. Hard day at work, go fly a kite, make you feel better, guaranteed.
And joining us in the studio to talk kites, it's George Paisiovich. So thanks for coming by. We got a couple of kite examples here. We got, well, this is kind of a new one, and that's an old one you're holding on to.
Yeah, this is an example of what they would have flown in Malaysia 2,000 years ago. Very basic, made out of leaves and bamboo. They'd use it for flying for their canoes, for fishing,
right,
and for simple pleasure. And then you have the more modern one.
Right. Now this one looks like it's really just for simple pleasure and not so much to pull a canoe.
Absolutely, but it's made by a lady in Germany, modern materials. It's very light. It really does fly.
Cool.
And also it's great art for inside to remind you of your memories outside.
Now I'm looking at some of the great art on these ones we have right here. This is some old art from, I guess, the 1930s.
Buck Rogers.
Buck Rogers. We got Flash Gordon down there.
Kiters were really the original space cadets, because we spent centuries wondering what it would be like to fly. And it's our work with the box kite that led to the airplane to the space shuttle. And we had an opportunity. Obviously, we see our heroes reflected in that.
There you go. And you've got a large collection of kites yourself. How many do you have?
I have over 4,000 kites from around the world.
Well, that's amazing. So when you're not flying the kites, you're actually collecting them, and you can make them too. So if someone's interested in getting into it, there's a lot they can explore.
They can make them going someplace on the internet, buy them for $1 or thousands of dollars.
Well, there you go. That's a lot to learn about kites. Thank you very much for coming by.